Hello. Oh my goodness. I am excited for today's video, you guys. Hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me for this video today. I'm really excited because today we're going to be talking about a bunch of mostly common houseplants that I want back in my collection so freaking bad. Like, oh, I have been yearning and burning for these houseplants, so I want to talk about them today. I want to show them to you. I have found, why is my headphone in? Hello? I have found some fabulous photos of all of these houseplants, and of course I will have the name of the account or the website or whatever, wherever I found these photos, I will have that on the screen for you as well so that you can go and drool over them yourself if you want to. So let's just dive on in here before I talk for way too long. So let's do it. Where's my phone? There she is. Okay. So like I said, I took screenshots of all of these photos. Oh God, my phone opened up to just like a heater right off the bat. Oh, excuse me, hold on. My nose is so runny today. Oh, the weather here in Washington does not know what it wants to do. It feels like spring is trying to break through here for us, but it's just not hitting quite yet. So we had like almost blue sky this morning for our walk. It was fantastic. I felt more energized. I could tell that, can you see them? These guys had more energy. Do I need to put the blanket down here? Can you see Luna back there? I don't think you can. What if I go this way? No, that's her butt. I don't think you can see her, but she's sleeping all stretched out back there. And I've got Six Toe right here being so cute. This was my attempt to make, excuse me, this was my attempt to make the bed this morning. But they were just in it and just being so cute. So I just wrapped the boy up like a big old burrito. And Luna's just back there sprawled out on all of the pillows. So, you know, can't be mad at it. But yeah, we were out on the walk this morning and they just seemed so much more energized, especially Luna. She's been like kind of slow on our walks lately, and I think it's just been the weather. And whenever she has to wear her jacket, I don't think she digs it. It kind of feels like she's too restricted or something like that. I don't know. But anywho, it's just been lovely out. But now we're back to a full sky of clouds and it is very gray and it looks like the rain is going to be coming soon again. And it's gotten really cold over the last just like hour, it feels like. So my nose is freaking out and not knowing what to do. But anywho, let's get into it here. Let me grab my coffee really quick before I show you the very first plant that we're going to be talking about today that I want back in my collection so bad, you guys. Oh, if I see one of these like out and about before I move, good luck stopping me. Good luck. I'm gonna buy it. Okay. And yeah, if you caught a glimpse of my pants right there, this outfit does not match. The top, cute enough. Cute little like Gymshark kind of dupe, you know, workout sports bra type deal. Super cute. Actually makes me feel like I have boobs, which is a crazy concept for me. We don't match. Who says we have to? You're only seeing me from here up if I don't get up anymore. Okay. Can you tell it's my third cup of coffee? Cheers. It's actually only my second cup of coffee, now that I think about it, but she is cold now because I've been setting this whole thing up. Anywho, okay, I am a chatty Cathy today. Oh, okay, let's get into it here. The first plant that I have been just dying to get back in my collection, I feel like it's going to be no surprise. And this is the Philodendron micans, you guys. I'm going to pop up a picture over here of the exact plant that I'm looking at right now. It's beautiful. It is from an Instagram account called myplantcollection_. And oh my God, you guys. This is a luscious micans. It is so long. It looks like it's probably 3 feet long at least. And we're not even seeing the bottom part of it here in this photo that I'm looking at. It's so gorgeous. Oh my God. So if you're not aware, you should be. The Philodendron micans is just a beautiful heartleaf philodendron. It is another form of the heartleaf, or excuse me, another form of the Philodendron heteroecium, I believe. I would be shocked if it wasn't in the heteroecium like little umbrella, because you know, the Philodendron heteracea, that is going to cover your heartleaf philodendron, just like your standard dark green heartleaf philodendron. It's also going to cover the lemon lime, the Brazil, I think, and some other ones. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure that the velvety version, which is the micans, falls under that heteracea umbrella, but if it doesn't, I'll correct myself here. But yeah, this one is just so beautiful. What really gets me about this plant is just those velvety leaves, and they're so dark, but when they come in fresh, I think you can see some like newer leaves in this photo too. They're like this beautiful coppery color, and if you have it in more direct sunlight for a bit longer throughout the day, those new leaves are going to come in like bright pink, like a neon pink. They're so beautiful. Oh, I really cannot get enough of this plant. And this is one that, of course, you can have trailing down or climbing up something. I love the look of either way, but honestly, this lush trailing heteracea or micans, it just really, it gets me. It's so beautiful. And that venation, the venation just glows. Oh, it kind of reminds me of a, what's it called? I'm looking at one up top right now. What is this? Alocasia Friedeck is what it reminds me of, with that like glowing, beautiful, bright neon venation. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I think I have another photo too. Okay, so this next photo that I have popped up right here is from the same account, and it is just like a different view. It's like looking down on the micans. Oh my God, you guys, the sheen on the velvety leaves is just so beautiful. And it's one of those plants that, like, if you take it into the shower with you every, like, not like with you, I mean, do whatever you want, but if you just like put it in the shower or under the sink or something like that and just hose off the leaves, that will kill off all the dust and any potential pests, but it'll just like help keep the leaves looking beautiful and velvety and clean. So it definitely looks like she does that, because because holy wow, this plant is just beautiful. And you can tell at the very top of the pot, like, there's nothing really going on, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. It covers up the pot completely. And the way that it grows, the new growth is always going to kind of like try to go whoop upward. And so that'll kind of like cover up the like more bare, very top part of the pot. Because if you look at that first picture, you can't really tell that it's bare at the top at all. It just like has those new little leaves trying to like float upwards, but eventually it'll get too heavy and that's when it starts to fall down. But oh my God, I love the micans. When I had one, mine was so lush and beautiful at one point. It was trailing up a trellis. And then I think I had another one that was just like trailing down and not climbing up, but oh my God, it was so lush and beautiful. And I think it just got scraggly, and so I cut it back, and then honestly, I don't remember what happened to it. Don't remember whatsoever. But it's gone now. I don't have a micans in my collection anymore, and it honestly makes me really sad, because I feel like in this dark, dreary area that I'm in here in Washington, I feel like it would actually do really well, because it can do with a little bit lower light. Although, like I said before, if you sun stress them a little bit, they're so beautiful. And they'll handle it. They'll take it. I don't know if they like absolutely love that, but I mean, it'll grow. So yeah, philodendron micans. I will stop going on. How long have I been talking about this one plant? So sorry. Okay, let's move on to the next plant. Isn't this so cute? I went and did a little bit of retail therapy yesterday and it felt really good. I went to Goodwill. I scored a bunch of really cute mugs. So if you're interested in seeing what mugs I got, I might post like a cute little reel or something on Instagram. So I'll pop my Instagram handle here so you can check it out. It's just the same as the name of this channel, just plant therapy. But yeah, I scored on mugs. Like I usually don't score at the thrift store. So really happy about that. And it was just nice going to Goodwill too, because I haven't really gone to like do an actual search. Like I went through the clothes and stuff like that and looked for stuff. I tried on a bunch of pair of jeans and they all like fit well enough until you look down. And then they're all like 4 inches too short for me. I'm too tall to be thrifting for jeans apparently. But anyway, yeah, it felt good because I used to go to the thrift store all the time. I don't know if any of y'all know this or if I've ever mentioned, but I used to run a little reselling business, and I sold on eBay, and it was so fun. I did it for years, and it was actually quite fruitful for a time, and it was just like a third or second income. It was really nice. So yeah, let me know if you ever want to hear about that too, because that was fun. I used to sell, I mean, honestly, everything, mostly like clothes and shoes, but there were some weird outliers. Like we sold a, what's it called? An elliptigo. I'll pop a picture here so you know what I'm talking about. So cool. An elliptical on wheels. So you can like be out in the world ellipticaling. Really funny. But yeah, it was just fun to get back to the thrift store and actually look for myself. It was really fun. And then yeah, I went to Ulta, got some makeup that I'm loving. I might have gone a little crazy today, so if I look a little wild, that's why. But I'm just having fun in there, you know? What do they call that now? Pre-shower makeup? I've been doing that for years, where you just go crazy before you know you're gonna take a shower and you like see what you can do to your face. I went somewhere else too yesterday. Where did I go? Oh, I went to Home Goods. I was searching for pots. That was like the main reason I went to Goodwill. Didn't find any pots, found some cute mugs, but yeah, no cute pots at Home Goods either. I was really surprised. So maybe in like another month or so, they'll start to get more in, but I did find a ton of dog toys. So I got these guys like 10 new dog toys, and they were just having a field day yesterday and this morning too. They were having so much fun. Okay, back into plants. Okay, the next plant that's on my list is also one that I used to have. Like I said, I think I have had all but one of these plants on this list. I've had in my collection before, so I'll stop saying that I've had it until I haven't. Okay, deal. But this next plant is one that I totally scored on when I purchased this. Oh God, it was such a major score. Okay, so let me show you the plant first and then I'll tell you the little story. So the plant, pop, here it is. This is a Schefflera, so it's an umbrella tree. This one specifically, I believe is called an Australian umbrella tree, or a Schefflera actinophila? Actinophila? Actinophilia. The name is right here, so you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, we'll just call it an Australian umbrella tree, or just an umbrella tree, because it is literally a tree. So these guys get really, really tall. I don't know exactly how tall they can get. Probably however tall you'll let them go is how big they'll get. They will be literal trees. And the one that I scored, oh my gosh, if you see any of my old like houseplant tours, I will try and link one up here or over here, somewhere up there for you so you can see this plant. But oh my God, it was beautiful. It was over 6 feet tall and just a monster of a tree. Just so gorgeous. The most fun leaves to clean off, because like, and by clean I just mean like dust off, because they're just so big and beautiful. And then like when you give them a good dusting, it's just like shiny and delicious. And I had this guy in my entryway, so you like walked into the townhouse and there's this beautiful tree to greet you as you come in, and it was just so beautiful. And I scored this plant. I found it on, I think probably Facebook Marketplace or something like that. And it was like this sweet older lady had posted it for sale for like $25. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was either 25 or 40, but I think it was 25, because I remember just being like, holy shit, we need to get over to this lady's house like right now. And she just like had it set out on her front porch. And I want to say it was winter, because I remember being really worried about it, like, because it had sat outside for, I don't know how long, like maybe an hour or something like that. And we had a big van at that time, and so we took the van and we like had to kind of like lay it down in there and took it home, and I was just in shock amazed. And it grew so well. It didn't have any sort of crazy shock from being transported or being outside for just a short time. And it was just an amazing, amazing plant and such a statement and just a really great plant to like bring some height into the collection. Do you know what I mean? Because so many of these plants are trailing plants, or maybe they're only going to grow like a couple feet tall, if that tall, you know what I mean? Most plants aren't crazy tall. Most plants aren't, I guess, trees that we bring into our home, but this is a tree type of plant that I feel like is really, I mean, it's obviously good to be a house plant because it lived, you know, happily in my home as a house plant, but it's one of those plants that can just, yeah, just be a great vertical addition that you don't have to like trail, you know, or climb, I guess would be the correct word. Does that make sense? Anyway, yeah. Australian umbrella tree, beautiful. If you can find one for a good price. I feel like I've been seeing these actually in Home Depots and Lowe's being posted on like Facebook, what are they called? Big box store plant watch groups and stuff like that. I love those Facebook groups. I never post in Facebook groups, but boy, do I love following them because you can get some really good information. Sometimes there's drama and stuff like that. I stay away from all that stuff. I am just looking to see what people are finding in these big box stores. I love that people go in and like take photos to like share with everybody so that we all can be in the know of the different locations and what they're having. It's just so fun because it's a good way to go hunting for a plant that you've been searching for. But anyway, I digress. Like I was saying, I have been seeing these large trees in big box stores. They are a bit more expensive than what I scored for, but like I said, that was like such a score. So that lady did not know what she had. I mean, it's not like it's a rare plant or anything like that, but I think she really just needed to get it out of her house. But yeah, I've been seeing these guys, I want to say for like $50, $60 at Home Depot and Lowe's. So wait for a sale maybe, and you'll get one for a sweet deal. But yeah. Okay, let's move along to the next one. The next one is kind of like a little grouping of plants, but they're all essentially the same, you know what I'm saying? So the next one is going to be Maranta. Now specifically, I was really wanting to get a large bushy Maranta lemon lime back. I will pop a picture here, and also a red one, which I will pop also a picture. Maybe I'll pop it over here so you can see it at the same time. But oh my God, they are so beautiful. And now listen, I should not be getting any new plants because I will be moving sometime soon-ish. I don't know when, but it will be happening soon. I'm putting it out in the universe. Good things are going to be happening soon. We have to believe it for it to happen. So anyway, I should not be buying new plants, but I did. So let me show you what I got. It's so pretty. Okay. I got a lemon lime Maranta. Oh. Look at how gorgeous she is, you guys. Like, I couldn't just leave her. How much was she? $5.99. Where is it? Am I showing it to you? Is it upside down? I don't know. You probably can't see it, but it was $5.99. I still have it in all of its regular crap. It still has the little foliage tag on it with the little instructions, which is actually really nice. What does it say? Keep in low light, avoid direct sunlight. I mean, I kind of agree, but these plants can take, in my experience anyway, they can take a little bit of direct sunlight and just like really like it. So I don't know. I mean, just try it out. It says water regularly, keeping the soil moist but not wet, and discard any excess water. Fertilize occasionally. Cool. Beautiful. I guess I can throw that away. Oop. Oy, oy, oy. But yeah, this plant, no regrets, baby. This is so beautiful. And I love the way the new leaves look. Oh, I really got tripped up on my tongue there. But I love the way the new leaves look when they come in. They're like little green fruit roll-ups. Oh, so cute. So I've got a growth point here and then another one over here. So there's like 2 cuttings in this pot essentially. And it's just so beautiful. And these guys grow pretty fast. So, you know, this is going to be a big bush in no time. And if I'm being totally honest, I could probably see another one of these in my future. Once I move though, not before, not before. But once I move and have some more space again to actually like make it make sense to have all these plants, because frankly, it just doesn't make sense in here. Oh, sorry, I moved yet. Uh-oh. We good? Kinda? Okay. But yeah, once I have more space again, I can definitely see myself purchasing another one of these and potting it together just to kind of give it more bush. What? Just to give it more substance, I guess. What am I trying to say? Just to make it fuller. There we go. Why am I trying to church it up here? I just want to make it fuller, okay? So weird. But yeah, I'm so happy with this plant. These leaves are so gorgeous. They're a little bit velvety, kind of like the Philodendron micans. I'm really missing velvety plants in my collection. Like I have some anthurium obviously, but you know, it's just not the same type of velvetyness as the micans gives. You know, I'd also love a gigas maybe one day in the future, but you know what? That's like not even on my top of my list right now, not at all. The micans is. She's beautiful. We're not even talking about her right now, but I just want her so bad. Can you tell? Oh, they're gorgeous. But yeah, this one kind of gives a little bit of that velvetyness. I hope, let me try and zoom you in a little bit. I hope you can kind of maybe tell. Oh, ignore my terrible nails, by the way. So sorry. I'm giving them a break from doing the fake nails, which I was just doing myself. I wasn't not going anywhere, but my nails were feeling real shitty. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful. And like this is an older leaf. Wait, what's on the back of this leaf? I hadn't purchased a plant in a while. I'm a little rusty. I did not check for pests beforehand. And she has thrips. Cool. Cool. Okay, well. Let me see if I can. Oh, did I just kill that one? Good. See if I can find another active one to show you what it looks like. Son of a sea biscuit, man. Hate thrips. That's okay. I'm honestly not even, zoom you back out while I talk to you here. I'm not even that worried about treating my plants for pests right now until I move, because it's just so tight in here and in the bathroom, like everywhere the space is so tight. So it's just difficult to like maneuver the big spray bottle. It's difficult to maneuver the large plants. So I'm just kind of not really worrying about pests right now until, yeah, until I move, which is not a great idea, I realize, but that's what I'm doing. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can find another active thrip here, but I'm not actually seeing any, so that's good. Maybe it was just on that one oldest leaf. Oh, hello. But I will definitely just give this guy a hose down in the sink. I just watched a video, I don't know if it was a new video, but was it Plants by Melissa or something like that? I'll put the actual name of her YouTube channel up here so that you know what I'm talking about. But I just watched one of her videos, and she did, she was like unboxing a dream plant of hers. It was an Anthurium pallidiflorum. Oh, yep, there you are, you little fucker. And she like realized that it had, well, it wasn't a great unboxing. It had like a bunch of snapped leaves, but then she also realized that it had thrips. She was like so devastated, and I was like, oh my god, I was about to cry with her. Like I felt that so hard. Thrips fucking suck. And I've had some of you guys asking me if and when I'm going to be putting up more of my anthurium for sale, and frankly, I'm just not going to for a while until I know for sure that I've eradicated all of my pest issues. I'm just not comfortable doing that. I'm not comfortable selling anything. Even if it looks like, you know, we've been all good for a while, thrips get embedded into They embed themselves, or they lay their eggs like within the leaf tissue. So even if it looks like there's none, you gotta kind of wait a few days to see if any hatch and come out. But yeah, bummer. But you know what? Honestly, it's kind of the state of most of my plants right now. So let me fix this light again so I'm not getting blasted so much in the face. But yeah, like I was saying, most of my plants have some sort of pest right now. So I'm honestly not that bummed by it, because it was going to happen sooner or later. Because like I said, I'm not treating for pests right now. I just don't have the mental capacity. So it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I still have the red Maranta on my list. And let me pull that picture back up so that I can look at it with you, because the colors, they're so beautiful, you guys. Oh my goodness. So let's look at this photo together. Are you seeing that red striping and like the dark, and the leaves all look so different, which I can say for this one as well. You know what I mean? Like the leaves, the coloring on the leaves and how that shows up is not the same for every single leaf. Like there's a little bit of like, you know, these two leaves, this one here and this one here, look pretty different. You know what I mean? And like, oh, there's just so much beautiful variety within the leaf color. And that same thing can be said for the red Maranta. Oh my God, it is just so beautiful. Like what? Oh, I don't know why I'm showing you here. I'm going to show you here. Oh my God. Okay, so this photo is from jungle__ collective on Instagram, and holy shiitake mushrooms. I just love this picture because it really does show you, you know, some of the variety within the colors of the leaves. Oh, it's so pretty. I mean, it's all like generally the same, but just like the way that it shows up, like some of the leaves, that pink is just like popping so much more because the darker part of the leaf is like almost black. It's such a dark green. And then other leaves, it's like that black just at the top and then it fades into the green. Oh my God. I love it so much. I love plants, you guys. Can you tell? Obviously, that's why we're all here, but it's just like, some plants, it just like really gets your what's it called? Revs your engine up. You know what I'm saying? Just gets you going. It's just so beautiful. Oh, and I didn't even mention yet that these are prayer plants. So that means that the leaves are going to rise and fall with the circadian rhythm around them. Oh my God. So when the sun goes down, the leaves are going to droop down a ton. And then when the sun comes up, they're going to lift up a little bit and be like, oh, good morning. Hello. So beautiful. I remember when I had my foot surgeries for my bunions and I was just like laid up at home for a month at a time. I would just be hanging out in the living room downstairs. Like I'd get up with Payson in the morning sometimes when like he would go to leave for work, and so I'd just be like down in the living room and it would be dark, you know, because it'd be really early in the morning, and I'd be down there when it was dark, and then as the sun rose I'm still just sitting there like watching a show or, you know, doing whatever, and I had a big prayer plant like off to the side next to the TV, and I could watch it. Like the leaves would just like lift up, and they, if you're, you know, if your environment around you is like kind of quiet, then you can hear the leaves like rustle against each other as they rise up. Oh, it's just so peaceful and beautiful, and just like, I don't know, just something about it. You have to experience it to know, I think, just really how lovely that is to watch. I don't know, it's just something special about it. It's so weird and little, but oh, it just gets me going. So yeah, I thought I'd share that with you. I thought that was really, really nice. Okay, let's move on to the next plant here. I'm getting emotional over plants, you guys. I miss these plants. Some of these plants, most of them, hold like such a special place in my heart, and like they're, you know, they unlock certain memories or unlock certain feelings, and it's just lovely to have. Let me know if you feel the same way about any of your plants. Definitely not like every single one of them, but certain plants, like my old big Maranta, I had it for such a long time, and it was just so big and beautiful, and it was like really a point of pride for such a long time for me. And yeah, it just brings a lot of joy and old memories back. So yeah, let me know. God, I'm chatty. How long have I been filming? I've been filming for 30 minutes already, and we've only talked about a few plants. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This next plant here is going to be another one that can bring some nice height to your collection, depending on, you know, the size that you purchase or that you can grow it to. But this one here is going to be a Philodendron, Tineke, or just a, honestly, any kind of rubber plant, but really I'm looking for like a beautiful variegated one because they're just so pretty. I'm not as big of a fan of the, it's like a newer one that got really, really popular. I don't even remember, but the Tineke is absolutely one of my favorites. This is another plant that we had for a really long time. It grew big and beautiful and lush, and it was just like, oh my god, it was so gorgeous. And these plants are just so, again, they're so varied in what each leaf is going to look like because it just like almost looks like they've been painted. Like, are you kidding? Like the photo that we're looking at here, these leaves, oh, they really show just like how they truly can look in your home. Like this is a really good representation of a Tineke rubber plant, if you ask me, because you can just really see that beautiful coloration, the gorgeous, gorgeous variegation where I don't even know if that's like considered variegation. I'm gonna call it variegation. But, and then the thing I love about the Tineke is that sometimes the new leaves will come out and like that white part will be really bright pink, which you can see on a few of these leaves here. Oh, especially this newest one. I'll zoom in so that you can see what I'm talking about. But, oh, it's so cute. It's like bright pink. Now that bright pink will, I think eventually, almost always, eventually fade into that more like creamy white color. And then it's still just like, just as beautiful. They're just, oh, they're gorgeous plants. And for a rubber tree, in my experience at least, these ones have been pretty darn hardy. I had a really hard time saying that, but yeah, they've been pretty darn hardy. So yeah, like some rubber trees can be, or just like ficus in general, can be very finicky and very picky about where they go and how they sit. And some of them, like the fiddle leaf fig, not on this list today. I think I'm going to be okay without a fiddle leaf fig in my collection for the rest of my life. I mean, I shouldn't say that, you never know, but not on this list today. The fiddle leaf fig is one of those ficus that is very picky, and if you like spin it 30 degrees, but it's in the same spot, that bitch will lose like half the leaves. It's ridiculous. So I've not had the same experience with the Tineke. It's been much more resilient. So I really, really love this plant. I think I had another picture. Yeah. Okay. So this picture is just of like a single leaf so that you can really see what that looks like. And you can like, you know, hopefully you can understand what I mean when I say that it looks like it's been painted on. Like it looks like you started off with like a creamy white leaf and then you just took like different beautiful colors of green, lighter greens and darker greens, and just kind of like painted wherever you wanted that. That's what it looks like on every single leaf. Delicious. All right, okay, this next plant is one that I have not had in my collection before. Now I do have one that is very similar, but it's not the same, and I really want this one. So, but this one used to be considered much more of a rare plant. It was very hard to find. It was quite expensive, and now we're finding these in big box stores all around the US. So, can we take a guess as to what it is? I'll give you a second. Any guesses? It's the Ring of Fire. It's so cool. Oh my god. So this is essentially the same thing as, at least I think, I don't know. Now that I'm looking at the growth pattern on mine, she's pretty crazy, but mine is also like very mature. But the plant that I'm referring to is the Philodendron Jungle Boogie, or Philodendron Narrow, I think is the other name that I've heard it referred to. But I call it the Jungle Boogie because how fun. So yeah, I think it's the same thing as a Philodendron Jungle Boogie, but just variegated. And oh my god, the variegation is so beautiful. Now I will say, since I mentioned people finding them at big box stores, a lot of people were finding them with the little plastic like container within the soil, and also the little cloth one. The little cloth nets are usually not detrimental to the plants because the roots can grow out and through them, and then eventually that cloth will just kind of disintegrate, so it's not a huge deal. But the plastic nets, those ones can be harmful because not only are they going to retain water for a lot longer, there's also like, you know, less space for the roots to grow, you know what I mean? Because they have to go somewhere through that plastic little net, whereas the cloth, they can grow through wherever they want. So you will want to check your roots if you buy a ring of fire from a big box store, but that could be said for like any other plants that you buy from a big box store. Check the roots, just make sure it's all good. But especially for these ones, I've been seeing that happen a lot. But that would not stop me from buying one at a big box store, at least for me personally. I am more than happy to repot it and check on those roots for a beautiful, reasonably priced variegated philodendron. I mean, come on. I love that some of the leaves can come out like a bright orangish color, and I think that's the part that is going to fade to more of that creamy white variegation. Oh, so gorgeous. And the thing I love about this one too is that not only are you getting like some good sectoral chunks of variegation where it's just like one whole chunk of cream or white, but it also has that speckled marbled variegation, which I feel like is more sustainable for the plant because it's less susceptible to just like totally burning off. But I also, oh my god, I'm so sorry, my nose is so freaking itchy, are you kidding me? But also I have not been seeing many people post, or I don't think I've seen any people post about their like big sectoral chunky parts of variegation on the ring of fire burning off. So maybe this is just like a tougher plant all around, which I would love to see. So, and I would love to have in my collection. So this is definitely going to be a plant that I will be like hunting for once I move. Like I will be on those Facebook groups just searching and searching and searching, be scrolling through all the photos that people take, and hopefully I'll find one. But that's one that I would like be driving out to a store. Like as soon as I heard they had them, I'd be out there. I'd be gone. So let me know if you found one of these at your big box store. Let me know if you purchased one before they hit big box stores and they were like way more expensive, because I know that never feels great, but it is always going to happen inevitably. So if you really don't want to pay the higher prices when a plant is like $200, $300, $400, just give it some time. You know, the prices will come down. Things ebb and flow constantly based on what is more popular, what's wanted more, what's not. And if they start going tissue cultured as well, that I think is what is really saving all of us right now on money, is tissue cultured plants. I would bet to say that like 99.9% of my collection is tissue cultured, if not 100%. I feel like Kaylee Ellen did a video fairly recently on tissue culture and how just like pretty much all of our plants are tissue culture, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, like at all. That's conserving plants out in nature. So I love to see it. But yeah, my whole point with that is like, if you don't want to spend oogles and boogles of money, just wait a little bit. They're coming. They're coming. People are tissue culturing everything nowadays. So just wait. Moving on to the next plant. Ooh, okay, so this is another kind of like grouping of plants that are all very similar. They're within the same family, but there are many different varietals of this plant, and I really want at least a couple of them. Okay, so this next one is also one that I had like a really hard time, surprisingly hard time, finding photos that I thought were really a good representation of what I see like out at stores and stuff like that when I'm like slapping my own hand away from these plants literally every single day at work. I'm like, don't buy that, God. But the plant that I'm talking about is a Marble Queen Pothos. Oh, now the photo that I ended up picking was from this girl that I follow called Miracle-Gro. I love her account. She's got such beautiful plants, and she just seems like super down to earth and like normal and sweet. And I don't know, I just feel like she's nice. So I love following her stuff, and she has a beautiful Marble Queen Pothos, and oh my God, the colors are just so juicy. And on the Marble Queen, it's definitely more of that like creamy color than the green, and it just adds like such a nice bright pop of brightness. So that's so weird, but it does. It just adds a nice pop of brightness to your collection, and the leaves can get so big on the Marble Queen Pothos. It's ridiculous, and they do not need to be climbing in order to really size up those leaves. Like, I don't know what it is about the Marble Queen Pothos, but those leaves can get like, I'm talking like big. I've seen some huge Marble Queen leaf. I've seen some huge leaves on those plants, okay? It's insane, and they're just delicious. And again, I had this plant, I had such a gorgeous, gorgeous Marble Queen Pothos. Again, I could not tell you what happened to it, where it went. I don't know. It's gone. I don't have it anymore. It was so lush and beautiful, and that was one of those plants that I would look at every single day, because for quite a long time I had it like in a hanging pot, like right next to my bed, off of my side of the bed, and it would just glisten in the sunlight and was just so beautiful, and such a stark difference because it is so much more white and cream than it is green. It's such a good stark difference from like all the other plants in my collection, because pretty much all other plants are just like some variation of a green leaf, you know, which nothing wrong with, obviously. I love them, but it was just such a beautiful pop of color, pop of different color in the collection. So I will have one again. Mark my words. Hold on. We're gonna have to have an intermission for some snores. Hold on. I gotta figure out who's snoring. Of course, as soon as I realize they're doing something cute, they stop. Little stinkers. But anyway. Marble Queen Pothos. Mark my words. I will be having another one of these in my collection. I want it to be big and beautiful. It doesn't have to be big and beautiful when I purchase it, although I would like that. And that's really not hard to find. I remember when I purchased, I don't know if it was that Marble Pothos or a different one, but I have purchased a Marble Queen Pothos that was like 4 feet long already, and it was like 20 bucks or something like that. And it was from a grocery store. So if that tells you anything, they're very common. They're very easy to grow, very easy to replace if you like do flub up on growing it, or if it was just like the plant's fault, because usually it is. At least that's what I tell myself. So yeah, if you accidentally kill your Marble Queen Pothos, you don't have to feel bad. You can just go out and replace it super easily, not have to search for it, and they're just beautiful. So yeah, another one in that same family that I really want again is the Golden Pothos, of course, classic. And again, the leaves on these plants can get so large. I love it when people have them climbing up a pole, because again, the leaves can get so big. If you've ever been to Hawaii or anything like that, you will know, or like Florida, you will definitely have seen some huge Golden Pothos leaves, or just like regular standard pothos leaves that are all big and fenestrated, and you'll think, is that a Monstera leaf? Is that an Epipremnum pinnatum leaf? No, that's just a pothos. That is just a mature pothos. They can get so big and beautiful, and even if you just have them trailing down, they're still so gorgeous. So I haven't even looked at the photo that I picked for that. I'm just gabbing. Yeah, again, I had kind of a hard time finding a beautiful photo that I thought really represented like what I know a Golden Pothos to be. So I just found like one from, looks like a store called The Sill. It's just a cute little hanging planter, but you can really kind of see that like yellow variegation. So that is why I'm kind of liking the Marble Queen and the Golden, because you get that like creamy white variegation with the Marble Queen, and then that yellow beautiful variegation with the Golden Pothos, which I love. I know not a lot of people like yellow variegation, but I am not one of those people. I love it. Once I get a like variegated Monstera, that's top of my list for like rare stuff, obviously, because who doesn't want one of those? They're just so beautiful. But I would love a Monstera aurea as well. Those are so gorgeous. I actually saw one in person once here in Washington at a shop that I think has actually closed down, unfortunately, but they had a beautiful Monstera aurea. It was like in a 6-inch pot with like 4 to 6 leaves or something, and it was like $400 or $350, something like that. And I thought that was like actually pretty reasonable, which is still way out of my price range. I could not pay for something like that and like feel good about it, but you know, compared to other prices that I've seen aureas go for, I thought that was pretty good. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think those are even sitting at nowadays? I haven't really looked. I haven't looked at all. So let me know. Is that crazy? Would you have paid the $350 for a 6 or 8-inch pot in Monstera aurea? Did I miss out on a good deal? Ooh, tell me down below. Okay, the next plant on my list of plants that I have once owned, mostly, that I really want to own again is going to be the Monstera adansonii. Yeah. I mean, how could it not be on the list? I think this plant got thrips. I think that's what happened. I think this one got taken down. I remember for a while I had my adansonii like climbing up my bathroom wall, and it was so beautiful. It was like sitting on the back of the toilet. Classy. And I'm just growing up the wall. I had those little like sticky things that you like hook them onto, so they can like stay on the wall, and it started to like actually attach itself to the wall with the aerial roots, and it was so happy and so beautiful. And then suddenly the leaves started yellowing like an odd amount, like very quickly. The leaves were just tanking left and right, and it was just like really bare and scraggly at the base of the pot, and it was quickly working its way up the rest of the plant before I realized we have a major problem here. Something ain't right. And sure enough, it was thrips. So yeah, me and thrips, we go way back. Yeah, unfortunately. So one day, we're gonna have a big project on our hands, you and I. So hopefully you'll join me for that when that time comes, because it's not going to be fun for me, but hopefully it'll be fun for you guys to watch, because it's going to be a struggle. But yeah, thrips, man. Thrips will take down your plants. Shit, they can take down a whole collection. Just saying that made me really scared. But they're not taking down mine, damn it. Not today. Anywho, I digress. Monstera adansonii, such a gorgeous plant. Oh my goodness. And it's one of those plants that, once again, if you have it climbing up stuff, a pole, a moss pole, a plank, or whatever, a wall, and you let the aerial roots like really start to attach themselves to stuff. I like don't have words anymore to stuff. But yeah, the leaves will start to get really, really large, and they're just incredible. And they're so holy. I just love it. What do they call this plant? They call it like the Swiss cheese plant or something like that. In big box stores, they love to give them cutesy names like that. But it's so fitting. It's just such a cute plant. And I want to say, who has it? I want to say Sydney Plant Guy has a beautiful Monstera adansonii that almost looks like a Monstera esqueleto, because the leaves are so big. It's incredible. So yeah, Monstera adansonii definitely on my hunt list once I move. Yeah, that'll be one that I think I will probably end up crossing off my list pretty quickly, because you can find them everywhere. And once again, they're a really good price. So catch me catching one of those as soon as I can. All right, you guys, I think that is it. That is the last of my screenshots here, at least of my purposeful ones. I take accidental screenshots like every single day, apparently. But that is it for the common houseplants that I will be bringing back into my collection once I have more space. So yeah, keep happy thoughts for me as far as finding a job in Colorado and all of that jazz, and finding a space over there keeps good thoughts in the air for me. That's what I need right now. You guys are always so fantastic and so kind. It's ridiculous how nice you guys are. The internet is a scary place to be, and it just feels really good knowing that I've got such a kind, you know, audience that I do. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this long, very rambly video. How long have I been recording? 53.5 minutes, good God. And I've been really trying to not edit my videos as much as possible, if that makes sense. Like, I'm trying not to cut things as much as I can, because I just really want you guys to get to know me more, like, as, you know, as much as I'm willing to share with you guys, and my personality. And I don't know. Sometimes I felt awkward about my weirdness, and so I would cut it out, but it's like, you know, you guys get to know me. So hopefully you enjoy. I'm a little ADHD, I'm realizing, as I age. My brain is every which place all at once. So hopefully you guys can keep up with my weirdness, and thank you to those who do. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video, drop like, I don't know, a cute emoji in the comments or something so that I know who has made it to the end of this rambly mess of a video. And let me know if you enjoyed it, and let me know what common houseplants you don't have in your collection but that you really want to bring into your collection, because I know there's got to be a bunch of them, because there are so many common houseplants nowadays and there's no way we could have them all. Or is there? Don't get me started.